Hey guys, it's your boy HK. Welcome back to Harvey's Hangout. I'm your host Harvey, and for today's episode, I thought I'd bring in one of the absolute queens of my life, Lydia. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, I'm Lydia. I'm an Aussie. I'm 35. I'm single.
Looking for a man.
And I work with Harvey.
Slay, and we also have our little strawberry juices.
What's a strawberry juice?
You ever had strawberry squash?
No.
Like, you don't get like orange juice, blackcurrant juice, you get strawberry here.
Do you?
Yeah, clearly we're not drinking strawberry juice now, but yeah, it's stunning. I live for it.
Gross.
Oh, it's gorgeous, honestly. Well guys, as you can now tell, it's not actually strawberry juice, but it is a refreshing summertime drink. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
I'll wait to that. And basically, me and Lydia have been great friends now for nearly a year, and a lot of times when we talk on the phone, we like to compare our cultures and our countries. So for today, I thought we could do a UK versus Australian slang video. Guys, you know how it works. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, follow the social medias, and let's crack into the vid. So guys, we are going to start this off with a funny little thing that me and Lydia have always discussed, which I don't know why, but her and I've met a bunch of her Australian friends now as well, and they all find this mind-blowing, but they don't understand the concept of you're right. Like how we ask somebody, you're right?
It's like if you're presuming that something is wrong with me. The first time someone came up to me and said, "Are you alright?" I was like, what do you mean? Like, am I ill? Should I be concerned? Do I not look okay? This is what you taught me. It's the tone. It's how you say it.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Until you actually explained that to me, I wasn't picking up on the tone. So
Have you now noticed
every
the
time,
tones?
now I can notice the tone.
Slay.
So if someone genuinely is like, "Are you alright?" I'd be like, "Oh, okay, let's talk about it." But if it's like, "You're right, babe," then I'm like, yeah, fine, how are you?
Stunning. So my first word for you, Lyd, is, have you ever heard of the word ream?
Ream?
Ream. R-E-E-M.
Like install a ream?
No, honey. So, okay, I'll give it to you and it says like, oh, that's so ream.
Oh.
It derives from Essex. A guy called Joey Essex used it famously in like Towie or Amy Charles did, and it blew up.
That's so cool. That's so great. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it means like, yeah, it's good, it's sick.
How do you spell it?
R-E-E-M. So just for future reference, if something to do that's ream, that's brilliant.
Okay.
So it's your turn.
Weird. Okay. Do you know what a yarn is?
A yarn?
Yeah.
Is it like a yarn of fabric?
No.
What?
Having a yarn.
Having a wank? That's a joke. A yarn? I don't know what a yarn is. Like having a good time?
Having a yarn is like having a chat, having a chinwag.
Having a kiki?
Not so much a kiki. Spinning a yarn. Telling a story.
Spinning a yarn?
Yes!
So you're saying spinning a yarn is telling a story?
Yeah. You might be down at the pub and someone would be like, "Oh, what's blah blah doing?" "Oh, he's just spinning a yarn. Just having a yarn. Having a chat."
Okay, that's a new one for me. I never knew that. No, slay. So I got that wrong. Now this is one I used in school. Have you ever heard the word skeen? S-K, I think E-E-N.
Skeen.
Yeah, you're like, skeen.
No. Skeen?
Yeah, like obviously I don't think everyone else would go skeen, because I'm just me. If you said something, say you were telling a story, someone just went, skeen. What do you think that would mean?
Weird?
Kind of along the right sense. It's basically like, okay then. Do you know what I mean? You're a bit like, you're full. Like you're being ridiculous.
Oh. I have never heard anyone say
No,
that.
trust me, everyone in my school used to use it and I absolutely hate the word, but I could have not put this in. I didn't know if people had done it on YouTube before, but like it was quite...
Is it offensive to say it? Or
No, it just means like kind of cringe in that way.
Okay. Skeen.
Yeah.
Ah, it's ridiculous. If someone says to you, "Oh mate, I'm flat out like a lizard drinking."
Flat out like a lizard drinking. What the fuck is flat out like a lizard drinking? Okay, I'm gonna take out the lizard drinking part.
Yeah.
Because the emphasis for me is the flat out. So I presume that's you saying you're either exhausted or you're hungover.
No.
I see. Should I not have eliminated the lizard part?
No, well, the lizard is kind of crucial in a sense because it's like when lizards drink from like a river or a pond, they get quite close. They have to get quite close to the ground, right?
Yeah. Are you gonna do an example?
So they're quite flat. Flat out like a lizard drinking. Guess it doesn't really make a huge amount of sense, but ultimately it means that you're very busy.
Oh. What?
You're not hungover, and you're not that exhausted, but you just
I don't get
flat
that.
out. You're flat out. You're busy.
But I would have like flat out, like, oh, I'm dead. Like I'm flat out.
Nah. It's. I'm absolutely like I'm rammed. Like it's busy.
I'm dead. Okay. Okay. That's a weird one. Flat out like a lizard drinking means busy. If we ever go to Australia, I honestly am gonna use that every single fucking day. Well guys, that was a weird one, and this is exactly the content I wanted from Lydia. Flat out like a lizard drinking. Wow. Our next one is quite a northern one. Have you ever heard of the word Raji?
Okay, that sounds really racist.
It's not racist. Okay, well, what do you think Raji would mean? It'd be like, oh, you fucking Raji. Oh, I'm trying not to swear as much. Oh, you're a Raji. It's from Newcastle. It's a Geordie thing.
Like scum.
I'm sure maybe some people would use it in that context. It kind of would go out with its own meaning, but no, it's more of someone who's like a very aggressive person.
Oh.
Like they're a Raji, like they're a twat, like they're just a bit too much. It's not a nice thing. Is that they go, oh, I like Lydia, she's a twat. Doesn't really work.
But you say that to me all the time.
I could be much worse than a twat. If I actually have the definition of it here. Yeah, literally, it's basically an aggressive person.
So if someone said to you like, oh, he's a Raji or she's a Raji, you'd basically be like, oh, okay, I don't want to like go near that person because they're a bit aggro.
A bit, yeah, basically. You would always use it in negative context. As far as in my personal experience with my northern friends or watching TV about northerners, they'd be like, oh, they're a effing Raji. And so Lydia, hit me with your next one. You know I hit the note. Ellie never agrees. Guys, you don't know this, but Lydia can actually sing really well, and we're both huge music lovers, and it's what's made us so close. So you better work, bitch. Your turn, Lydia.
Oh, you flaming galah.
So the context you say that in, I'm going to presume it means... Ah, you flaming galah. That's a weird one, by the way. A flaming galah. God, you're a weird woman. I'm going to presume that means it's either you're a hothead or you're a twat.
No.
Oh, well, I'm lost for words. I'm dumbfounded, bitch. What does it mean?
It's not like no. You flaming galah. It's just someone that's like a bit obnoxious and loud.
Me?
You. That's why I called you a flaming galah.
You've never called me a flaming
Oh,
galah.
I called it to you just then.
Okay, so wait, it means that someone is obnoxious, basically. Is a galah an obnoxious
Flaming
bird?
galah. Oh my god, have you heard them?
I've never heard them.
Oh,
I
my
know the
god.
bird, but they're not from here. And you can just hear that in the street in Australia.
Listen to that.
No! You can hear that a lot in Australia.
I mean, that's what they sound like, yeah. It's so painful.
That is painful, turn it off. See, I wake up to the most gorgeous birds chirping in the morning and I have
Yeah,
an
you've got
issue.
cute little like robins and stuff.
Yeah, we do. I think the English birds are something. You can't complain. Do you know what, guys, is also kind of random, speaking of Australia. It really blew my mind. Obviously, Lydia has whales and kangaroos and dolphins and all the baddest bitches in the game where she lives. But we were having a drink together once and she freaked out over seeing a fox.
I did.
Over the fact they're never in Australia. So that was like mind blowing for her. And I looked at her and it's a goddamn fox. I see them every day and it snatched me. I loved it. And squirrels she was gassed to see.
I have you know my squirrels.
She has squirrels here that we named Rufus and Delilah. They're stunning, they're everything, they are the moment.
They're gorgeous.
They are.
The first time I moved here and I saw a fox, I was like filming it and taking photos.
Would you know I've seen them because they're known for being cunning?
I was a little bit nervous, yeah.
Because they stare at you here, don't they?
Yeah, they're a bit...
Apparently a walrus, if you look out of it, it won't move until you don't. Did you know that? They're very comfortable with a stare. Don't touch me for this, look it up! They stare at you for as long as they can, they don't get awkward by it.
What have you been reading?
It was actually in a book I did read not that long ago. It was something to do with, I think it was like the Arctic of Norway, but they were saying about the population of walruses. But it's a fact, look it up, I'm not joking.
Never trust a walrus.
No, you can trust a walrus, but don't think you can stare out a walrus. It's true. Honestly, don't ever stare her out. It was right there. So my next one for you, Lydia, is have you ever heard of the word gimp? Like, oh, you're a gimp.
Yeah, but in like a sexual BDSM way.
Okay, explain that to me right now before I even elaborate what gimp means to you here, because that is not what it means here. No, because when I tell you what it means, for you to say like, oh, you mean it in a sexual way? Like, if someone called me a gimp in bed, that would break my heart.
This is a gimp costume.
How of all the people do I not know what this is?
How do you not know this?
I've seen that. I didn't know that was called a gimp.
Yeah.
I am dumb.
If you were to call me a gimp, I'd be like, excuse me?
If you're a gimp, what do you think you are? Like, I'm such a gimp.
A goose?
A gimp is basically somebody who is a bit of a twat, like they're uncool, they're an arsehole. Do you know, like you're a gimp, like you're just a bit of a melt.
Melts?
Do you know what a melt is? Do you use that in Australia?
No.
Oh my god, okay, so like a melt or a gimp is like you're a wet blanket. Like, you're just uncool, you're a twat.
Wet blanket, yeah. He's a wet blanket.
Yeah, so that's what a gimp or a melt is.
A gimp?
Yeah. Can you see the correlation?
No! I see the correlation between wet blanket and melt, but gimp is in a whole other category.
Yeah, like gimp just basically like, oh, he's such a gimp, like he's a dickhead, like, oh, he's just a, whatever, go away. So Lydia, hit me with your next one.
Oh, fair dinkum.
Repeat that?
Fair dinkum?
Fair dinkum. Spell it for me.
D-I-N-K-U-M.
Fair dinkum. What the hell is fair dinkum? Can you give it to me in a sentence?
Oh yeah, right, fair dinkum.
Fair enough.
So you can either use it as like, if someone says to you, like they tell you something and you're like, oh, fair dinkum. Like, that's like, oh yeah, like, oh, for real, like, that's truth. Or you can ask it as like a question, like, oh, fair dinkum, which is kind of like, are you serious? Like you've been genuine now.
So it is like a for real and for real.
Yeah, for real and for real.
Okay, that's a weird one. I don't know if I like fair dinkum. I just think of fair dinkum-poop. Like nincompoop, dinkum-poop?
Nincompoop.
Nincompoop, wow! Egg on my face. Wow, this sounds like you have 2 strawberry juices. How common is that in Australia?
So common.
So where does dinkum come from?
That's a really good question.
Tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings.
Okay, so Lydia, my next one to you is, it's a word I love. I don't know if you've ever heard me say it, I don't think I use it as much anymore, but I love the word peng. Like, oh, you're so peng.
I hate that word.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
So what does it mean?
I've heard people say like, oh, that's so peng.
Yeah.
And I'm like, peng?
Yeah.
Like, pong?
Bon? Peng pong. I am done with you. Okay, I'll just tell you. Basically, peng means like you're basically really fit, like you're beautiful, like you're stunning, like oh, they're peng. If you had food, like you know me, I love the word banging, like that's banging, like that's peng.
So it's just something is like really top notch.
Oh yeah, like if I said to my sister, what do you think of that Indian place? And she was like, Holly, it's peng. I'm like, oh okay, you gotta eat them then, bitch.
Okay, because peng it doesn't sound like a nice word. It's peng. I'm not gonna use that word.
Peng's everything. I love peng. Peng, I love peng. It's stunning.
You do pong though.
What's your next one, Lyd?
Drongo.
Drongo.
Yeah.
Like score? Like Drongo! Do you know what I mean? Is that a thing?
No, it's not a celebratory phrase.
So it's not like a cheers? Or like he shoots, he scores. Drongo. Like, hey.
No, a drongo. You would describe a person as being a drongo.
A tool?
Close.
What is it?
A drongo, like just a loser, a dropout. Like, oh, he's such a drongo.
I love that you say a dropout. Which that reminds me of.
Beauty school drop out, go back to high school.
Okay, how often is that?
Drongo!
So how often would that be used?
Oh, I'd use it. Oh, he's such a drongo.
So basically they're a loser.
Yeah, just like waste of time. Just a drongo, just not going anywhere.
Drongo. I might use that in future. I quite like that. Okay, so my next one is my second final one.
Okay.
Is the dog's bollocks. Do you know the saying? The dog's bollocks?
Can you please use it in a sentence?
That's the dog's bollocks.
That is the dog's bollocks.
Oh, that's the dog's bollocks.
Well, you said that in a really upbeat sort of way.
Call me alphabet.
Oh, that's the dog's bollocks?
Yeah. Or like they're the dog's bollocks.
Like, they're like lit, cool.
Yeah, basically, it's like the best. Like that's quality. Like that's the top of the game.
That is the dog's bollocks.
That is the dog's bollocks. Yeah. Like so, say like you went for a Sunday roast. It's the best roast you tried. Now that is the dog's bollocks.
It's so counterintuitive.
Why?
Because no one's like, you would never describe something as being good as being the dog's balls.
Do you like that term though? I personally love it.
That is a dog's bollocks.
Mhm.
No.
So that is the bee's knees. That's the business.
Oh, the bee's knees.
Well, I think you should use that. The
I'm
dog's
never
bollocks.
going to use that phrase.
Why? It's iconic.
Never.
I live for it.
That is the dog's bollocks.
But I'm not saying that's the horse's cock, am I? So Lydia, give me your next one. What is your Australian slang term for moi?
Chockers?
As in chocolate?
No. That's chocky.
Oh, mama. Okay, so chockers. Is that like that's hilarious? Like that's chockers, like that's crackers.
No.
Can you give it to me in a sentence?
Yes, I can. Don't go to Sainsbury's, it's chockers.
It's rammed?
It's packed, it's busy.
Okay, why is it chockers?
It's chock-a-block.
Okay, I can understand the relevance of that. That's weird, I just think of chocolate every time.
That's chocky.
Okay, and my last one for you is, do you know the word which I love very much, peak? Like that's so peak.
Does it mean like, oh wow, that's so epic?
No.
How does it not mean that? It's the peak.
No, so basically peak is like, oh that's such a shame, that's so disappointing, like that's so peak, like your life is peak.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Peak as in like, that's really sad, that's depressing?
Yeah, like you wouldn't go like, oh that's peak, as in like that's great, that's like, your life's a shame.
Oh my god, see that is counterintuitive.
That is quite counterintuitive, and that is fair. When you did say it first, I did think to be fair, it's not the peak of something, it's the bottom.
pinnacle. Oh, that is so peak.
But can it not be like, that's the peak of your despair, if you will? Like, oh, that's like the bottom of the barrel, like that's so unfair, like that's the peak of unfair.
It's the trough. That is so
Do you like that?
counterintuitive for me.
I mean, I love
honestly.
I think it's everything.
Oh, okay.
Right, so what's your last one?
You ready for this?
Go.
Fair shake of the old sauce bottle.
Fair shake of the old sauce bottle.
Just a fair shake of the sauce bottle.
A fair shake of the sauce bottle. The luck of the cards? Like, the way life plays you? I don't know.
That's not a bad guess. It's wrong.
It was a bad guess. A fair shake of the sauce bottle.
Yeah. This. Oh, come on. Fair shake of the sauce bottle.
No. What does it mean?
It's just like if they were saying something to you that was just like, it was a bit off. Like, you know, they were telling porkies.
Okay.
And you'd be like, oh, come on, like, give us a fair shake of the sauce bottle. Like, be fair. Give us a fair go.
Okay. I can say for example there's a group of
Give
us
us a-
and we're playing Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I've taken too many goes.
Hypothetically.
You know I love Crash Bandicoot. And I'm taking too many goes and then you say to me, come on, give us a fair shake sauce bottle. Is that more like, come on, be fair? Is that the right context?
Yeah, come on.
Do you know what, I'll be honest with
Give us
you.
a fair go.
I think I might use that in future. Give us a fair shake of the sauce ball. That is fun. I mean, so deep down we're just learning that Australia is its own myth.
We're mythical creatures.
So guys, we have officially given you my English quotes and the Australian quotes. I hope you enjoyed my Queen Lydia. I love her very much. She's an icon of mine. And yeah, so I think we can all agree Australia have some really, really weird sayings. But like I said, I'd like to thank you again, Lydia, for being on the channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Oh, bloody oath, Harv. It's been great to be here.
Could you get any more Australian? Stunning. And as you know, it's your icon, your diva HK. Lydia, where can they find you?
Nowhere. I'm busy.
But she will be doing her own book signing tour in Australia in 2024 about being a middle-aged menopause breaking down cougar.
Wow.
Sorry.
Tell me how you really feel.
But yeah, but guys, please, I love you. But guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I love you, I adore you, bonsoir, enjoy the nice weather.